In the evening, the wind howls around the house. Sophie snuggles up with Dad on the sofa. Where can Felix be now, she wonders. I hope he doesn't catch cold. While she is thinking, Dad suddenly asks, what would you all say to baked apples? Who will help? Sophie stirs the vanilla sauce. Nicholas fills the hollowed apples with almonds. Lena nibbles here and there, sampling, she calls it, as the apples sizzle in the oven. Mom asks mysteriously, can you guess who is coming to visit for Christmas? Tell us who, the children chorus. Mom stretches out the mystery, staring at them slyly, and at last tells them, Aunt Edna is coming. Sophie and her brothers and sisters are thrilled. Aunt Edna has been traveling all over the world. She tells exciting stories and always full of new ideas. Suddenly, they smell something burning. Uh-oh, save the baked apples, Dad yells. But they get there too late. Don't be sad, Dad, Lena says. We still love you anyway. The day that Sophie and Mom bring the box of Christmas decorations out of the basement, a colorful airmail arrives for Sophie. What does it say? Hi, Sophie. I have taken a plane to New York. I'm getting so good at not being seen that the people in the airport don't notice me at all. This is an enormous city, I can tell you. The buildings reach up high into the sky, all the way into the clouds. That's why they're called skyscrapers. There's always something going on here. You can always hear police sirens or honking taxis. Everything here is very big. There's a huge park that is 2.5 miles long. You can ride in a boat there and even ski in winter. An enormous statue of a lady is standing in the harbor in the middle of the water. She wears a long dress and is holding a torch that is bigger than our house. Just imagine it. Today it snowed like crazy and Christmas decorations are hanging everywhere already. Do you know what? I miss you. I am coming home on the next plane. I'm looking forward to seeing you a lot. Till soon, your Felix. Another letter from Felix. Sophie's heart leaps with joy. Felix must be already on his way home. Then she rubs her forehead, thinking hard. She has heard of skyscrapers before, but was Felix exaggerating about the big lady in the harbor? It doesn't matter. When her dear cuddly rabbit comes back home, her mom will look really great. Her room will look really great. Filled with excitement, Sophie cleans up and sticks the Christmas star decorations on the window. Then she hears Mom calling, Children, come look. When Mom says that, something special is happening. Sophie runs out to the hall, and there stands Aunt Edna with her arms open wide. They hug and hug and hug until at last Sophie lets Aunt Edna talk. On her trip, Aunt Edna had seen lots of things. She had even been to New York. What do you know, Sophie thinks. And she asks her about the big lady in New York. Oh, says Aunt Edna. She has a real name. She's called the Statue of Liberty. Then things get really exciting because Aunt Edna opens her suitcase. She has brought little presents for everybody from her trip. Sophie actually receives a miniature Statue of Liberty. It is so small that Sophie can easily hide it in her fist. That night, Sophie and her brothers and sisters are allowed to stay up later than usual. Together they look at Aunt Edna's photographs, and Aunt Edna sleeps in their room. When everybody wakes up the next morning, it has snowed a little. At last, it is time to start baking Christmas cookies. It is dark outside by the time the 5 big cookie tins are filled to the rim, and the whole house smells like cookies. Sophie knows Christmas is not far away. Tonight, she can hardly fall asleep for excitement. But day after day passes without hearing or seeing anything of Felix. By Christmas Eve, Sophie is doubtful. Maybe Felix was kidnapped or has gotten sick along the way. Wherever can he be? Suddenly, there is a knock on the front door. Santa is coming, Lena whispered. Sophie, go look. Sophie's not afraid of Santa, who always looks an awful lot like Dad. She opens the door. But there is no one there to be seen. Sophie looks to the left, looks to the right, and then at the doormat. She can't believe her eyes because there, yes, truly, there stands Felix with a small suitcase. "Felix! Oh, Felix!" she shouts again and again. Sophie hugs her cuddly rabbit, looks at him, and hugs him again. Then she picks up his suitcase and sees it covered with colorful travel stickers. Sophie shuts the door and whispers in his ear so that no one else can hear. "So, Felix the Globetrotter, now you must tell me exactly how you managed to travel around the world." His answer remains Sophie and Felix's secret. But if you want to know what Felix brought back from his world tour, just take a look in his suitcase. Let's look in his suitcase. Look at all this. From Kenya. There's a sticker from Kenya. From London. From Rome. From New York. From Paris. And that's the end of the story.